Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel to another episode or spellcasting session from this wonderful book. And I want to tell you guys, if you are trying to find this book, from what I just discovered, it is ranging anywhere from $780 to $1,000 just for this book. This book came from Marlar Publishing Company in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I don't even think they're in business anymore, but this book, it's a $1,000 book. You'd be like, how is this a $1,000 book? It doesn't even look like a $1,000 book, but it is. It is. Strangely enough, apparently books age. And they become more valuable in time, which I know, but I didn't think this book. Anyways, I pulled another beautiful spell for you guys. This one, I'm going to read it. I'm going to do the knot working on it. But because I don't work with the particular deities in this spell, obviously, I don't have a statue for these two individuals. And I'll just read it and we'll take it from there. And I'll show you. So what we're going to need first and foremost is a red ribbon or red cord. So we'll do a simple cord made of yarn. I think that's like everybody can get their nips on this. Anybody can go to any type of like well, hell, even CVS sells ribbon, right? You could buy a bow and untie it and you'd have your damn ribbon if you really wanted to do ribbon. Or you can go to Michael's or whatever, but I'm just using red yarn. Okay, I think that's whoops, simple enough, and it wants to jump out at me. Okay, so this particular spell is called the Sortilege of 7 Knots Love Spell. It's medieval folklore. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. So this spell was supposed to bind securely the love of whoever the operator desired. It involved using 3 crosses. Okay, I don't have any crosses. I don't even have a cross in my house. So that's not going to work for me. But if I was to legitimately do the spell and I really wanted to do it, then I might consider going and getting some crosses. A statue of Saint Martha. I don't work with Saint Martha, but again, I would get it if I was planning on doing this spell legitly. And one of Saint Anthony, together with a silver head of either a male or female, depending on the sex of the operator. Okay, the spell. Take a ribbon or a cord, calculating that it will be long enough to be able to make 7 knots at a distance of 1 inch from one another, more or less. So we have a good, I think we're good. We can always, well, I guess we could cut it, because at the end of the day, it's going to go like around your arm, your left arm, and it's going to like, you're going to put it there. So I guess we could kind of cut it down, eh? I don't want to make it too short, but I mean, again, I'm not going to be wearing it because I'm not working with these particular deities. Although, I mean, you can make a spell your own. So if you want to work it with particular deities, you probably can. And I don't think there would be a problem. Okay, so, oh, did I just break my mug? I kind of did. I popped it all the way open, but at least it's going to stay open. It's got to be very careful. Got to remember this is a $1,000 book. Okay, take a ribbon or cord, calculating it will be long enough to be able to make 7 knots at a distance from 1 inch from the other, more or less. The first knot tied in the middle of the ribbon or cord. So let's do it in the middle. So we're just going to go like that so we know this is our middle. Okay. And is spoken these words. All right, so we're going to tie this knot. With this first knot, I tie and surround the physical being of blank so that he or she remains in a Kabbalistic encirclement in which from this moment on the force of my love and will is within the circle. So we have 1 knot, okay? Kind of went off center a little bit, but it's okay. The second knot is tied a little bit to the right. So it's going to be my right, okay, being a distance of an inch more or less, and is spoken. So now we're going to tie knot number 2. Well, mind you, knot spells are very, very old. They've been around for centuries. This second knot will mix the will of, I went like 2 inches, the will of blank to mine with the force of steel, and he or she will not say anything or do anything in any manner that will not be in conformance to my desire. The third knot is done to the left of the center. Okay, now we've got 2 knots. Now we're going to go back the opposite way, and we're going to tie knot number 3. Okay, so the third knot is done to the left of the first or center knot and is spoken. With this third knot, I tie your love and hold it firmly. And hold it firmly to mine. And you will not be able to break it even though you intend it. Nor will you break it, nor will you be able to loosen it. I do not want your energy to be weakened. You do the fourth knot a little to the right and is spoken. I'm going to go right here in between the center and that other knot. This is the fourth knot. Your thoughts will be completely held to mine, and you will never be able to remove from your mind the image of my person, which follows you lovingly wherever you are or go, so that my love and my desires are executed as I forcibly wish them now, and I demand it by the forces of the secret sortilege and of my ardent prayer that I dedicate to our Holy Spirit Anthony, so that he may be my counsel in what I wish, with sincerity, with justice, without bad intentions. Upon doing the fifth knot, now we've got all these knots. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Upon doing the fifth knot, I'm going to go back to the left because it doesn't really say, so I'm just going to go back to the left. With this fifth knot, I imprison your heart, and you not able to, nor will you try in any manner to fall in love with any other person, and your heart will be completely consecrated to my happiness and my love. The sixth knot to be done to the right is spoken. So I'm going to go over here. We're on number 6, okay guys? The sixth knot is done to the right and is spoken. Your words, your thoughts, your doings, your desires will be always from this day on for me. And to them I will hold you accountable through this well-placed secret sortilege in this knot I do. One does the seventh and the last knot and is spoken. I'm going to go back left just because I have space. These are my choices. The book does not actually say. Your love is completely mine. And with this knot I will close the circle in which I enclose you within the Kabbalistic circle, which will form this magic ribbon. With this I will surround your heart, and with it I will love your heart. And with it your entire physical being will be mixed with my person with this 7 knots of love. And we will be from this day forward We will stand together for each other, and nothing nor anyone will be able to break, interrupt, or destroy our happiness. So now we have the 7 knots, okay? And each knot is tied with a prayer. With the last knot, one will tie 2 extremes of the ribbon. So that means just bring the 2 together, right? You got to bring them up together, making sure all your knots are together and not crazy. And you have to make it long enough to be able to go around your upper arm, your left arm. Okay, with the last knot, one will tie 2 extremes of ribbon or cord, taking off or cutting whatever's left over for a bow or a circle. And from the last knot and center ligature, one will put a silver head. Remember, I talked about that? So, you know, if you can't get like a little silver charm of a man or woman, I would say just use a skull, like, and they sell those, like, to make bracelets. You could consecrate it in the name of prior to doing, which it should have been done. The book doesn't tell you that, but you need to consecrate it. Sorry if I'm sweating, guys. I'm in my altar room and it is so hot. I don't have a fan on. It's like 90 degrees in here. So I am sorry. It's like 100 outside right now, okay? Okay, so back to this, okay? Is left over for the bow or not? Okay, we'll put a silver head, whether it be a man or woman. That which will serve to symbolize that 2 hearts, 2 thoughts, and the wills of 2 people have gotten into one being, one thought alone, and one supreme will. This bow or ribbon is put to the manner of a garter. Okay, so I'm assuming you're going to take that head and put it on the cord, right? And then you're going to tie it like at the very end. So essentially it'll be connected. If it was personally mine, I would like to do 2 heads, but the book says 1, so we stick with what it says. So now we want to make a loop-de-loop. Okay, let me tie this together. I'm going to go rather big so I don't screw it up. So I am tying it. Imagine the head is connected like a skull or a silver head or something. Okay, and that is the final. And then you can cut off any extra pieces it said, right? So I'm just going to cut off the little piece. And now we have the circle. Let me cut off the other one. Kind of bad. Okay. This bow or ribbon is put in the manner of a garter upon the left arm above the elbow during 7 alternate nights. On the 14th day upon rising, the sortilege, that is this, should be hidden in a secret place after having dedicated it to Saint Martha and Saint Anthony, whose images are on a small altar. So if you have like a little photo of Saint Martha, Saint Anthony, you have a little altar set up, you would take this after you've worn it for 7 days or 7 nights within a 14-day time period. So you don't have to wear it every night. So you would put it on like just above the elbow on the left arm, right? Or all the way up on your shoulder, whatever it may be, and you sleep with it. It's kind of falling off of me. You sleep with it, and then on the 14th day, after you've worn this for 7 days, throughout that time period, you take it off and you place it hidden on the altar of Saint Martha or Saint Anthony. Okay? Keep on the person a heart of silver with a sword through it, and also 3 small crosses. Keep on the person. So if you can't get to your target, you can't put that. So does that mean you carry that? Maybe. Now, it never talked about a sword through anything, but it did talk about the 3 crosses. So a heart of silver. So maybe like a little silver heart. You could probably find a tinker at the Dollar Tree, or even at Michael's. You could find these little things like that. But I just thought I'd share this little love spell. I was going to do next week we'll do a reverse send back a hex spell, and then I have a mummy spell. I'm trying to do a lot from this book because this book is a very expensive book. Again, it's called Book of Legendary Spells. If you're interested, It's going on Amazon for like $800. People have also found it for $1,000, and they notified me. So maybe you should contact the Marlar company. Maybe I don't think they're still in business, but that is them. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this spell. I'm gonna wrap it up because it is so incredibly hot in here, and I have lights on, and I have lights above me. So woo! It is toasty. Alrighty, so I hope you enjoyed this. There was no candle magic, just knot magic today. So this is a first. So if you don't know or never heard of anything about knot magic, it's actually been around for an extreme amount of time. And sometimes, and a lot of times, you can do knot magic actually on a candle and wrap like string, the finest. You can't use this on your candle. This would like ignite and go up like a tinderbox. But maybe some string, like sewing thread, and you could like knot your candle, and with each knot say your prayer, right? And then not only do you have your candle dress, but now you've said additional prayers and burn it down to each knot. So now I'm just giving you 2 spells. 1 not in the book, 1 in my mind. Alrighty, I love you so much, guys. I wish you nothing but the best. If you try this spell, let me know your result. But again, I don't work with St. Martha. I don't work with St. Anthony. But I guess if I was going to do this spell and I wanted to make it traditional to this booklet, then I would print out the photos and I would create like a little altar somewhere in my house and I would do it. But if you guys do it, let me know how the results turn out. Alrighty. Many, 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 many blessings to you, and happy conjuring. Bye.